Okay, everybody, like I said, there's some new stuff coming in, 6, not 7. I forgot that I actually donated the quote-unquote freebie to someone at Tanya's next show, because I really didn't necessarily need another one, so I forgot all about that. But so here's the 6 things. Okay, and the 2 in the big container are the ones that I didn't tell anybody what they were. I think I did tell a few people on one of the groups, but it was just a few people that responded, so I don't think anybody really knows what's going on there. But what we have here is the Selasiodora klugi. This is supposed to be a 1-inch tarantula. This is the second Homo ioma species blue, which I'm actually reading something that is trying to tell me that they're actually called Thrixopelma cyanaeum. I'd have to look that up again. It's like Cyaneonum, cyanaeonum, something like that. I just started reading the paper today. It's not actually a description paper, so it's not really a thing that said that it's changed genus, but it is from the Theraphosidae .be site, which is the Belgium site that they do have a lot of great information, so I tend to trust what they say, but I need to do some further research. But anyway, so that's the Homo ioma species blue, which is supposed to be a 1/2-inch sling. Here is the Brachypelma callenbergi, and this one is a Brachypelma auratum, the Mexican flame knee. I'm really excited about that one. That's the real black with the real red and yellowish, orangish tints to it on the legs. I'm looking forward to that one gaining size, but they're only 3 of them are 1/2-inch, one of them is a 1-inch. These 2 here, this is the male, this is a female. So, oh, no, you're not allowed to look yet. And I can't show you that either. So they're in like 40 dram vials. Okay, they're supposed to be 3-inch, roughly 3-inch spiders. I don't know how she gets them in here. Well, I mean, I got a 2.5-inch one in one of these before when I shipped. But I'm going to get these guys unpacked and put them back in a vial because I need to see the size of them before I decide what I'm going to put them in. I always make enclosures up, and then I'm always too big with the enclosures, and I don't want to do that this time. But these 2 here are going in those right there, regardless of how big they are, unless they're too big for that, which I don't think they are. So we'll fill that about halfway with substrate and then slope it up to the back, and we'll get some cork bark to make a hide. Put a little bit of plants, maybe some silk plants, I'm not sure. Definitely some leaf litter in there. And I'm actually hearing a different way to keep this species than I was told before. Or not this species, but this genus, period. And I'll explain a little bit more about these once we get them out and you can see them. Because I haven't seen them yet. I've seen pictures of their molts, and that's about all I've seen. But so we'll get all that stuff situated, and we'll do another video of them out and about. But I just wanted to do this quick video, and then this cool thing here. This is the first time you see the praying mantis, the Eriodula membranacea, the giant Chinese or giant Asian mantis, molted. So we got a little bit bigger. I mean, you really can't tell, but it did get bigger. That I can tell you for sure. I have to actually ask them because I'm not sure how long you need to wait after a mantis molts to feed it. I don't want to take it off because this wasn't like this morning. So she molted during the day today. So I have that to do. I got to get holes in those, get the substrate, get the cork bark opened up, and I'm still waiting for that one. Oh, wait. And there you have it. I knew it. So the Damon diadema also molted. That's why it wasn't eating. So that's freaking cool. See if we can get a... Oh, the colors are real vibrant now. Let me steady my hands here. There you go. Real vibrant. So that's absolutely awesome. I do need to get... here is the egg sac for the Chinese mantis, that the female that I had. I do have to glue the pieces of screening to the sides. Yeah, I need to do that. So we'll open that up and get that done here relatively quickly. And then, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it? There it is. There's my resident spider right there. My cellar dweller. Long-bodied cellar dweller. Just a little one, actually. So, yeah, that one here is... Man, there's so many... Did we molt too? This one's another one that's been... Yeah, she's not doing well. I don't think she's going to make it too much longer either. This is Cosmos elegans. She's been like this for quite a while now. We'll spray her down again and give her water, and she'll sit there and drink it for an hour, and then she still gets those frantic movements. I'm not quite sure how long she's going to do. I don't think she has DKS. She just might be kind of erratic with her movements right now. She's kind of like her body's like low to the ground when she's walking. And there's the Ground Solar Rosea. She's going to be ready to eat. I'm waiting. Where is this one? I'm waiting for this one to molt. Just doesn't seem to want to do it. This is the Sericopelma rubronitans. I really want to get this one into a different enclosure, but I want to do it until it molts. So, okay, well, I'm going to get these little guys out, see how big they are, so I can figure out what they need to go in. Here's another quick thing. I know a lot of people have asked this question before, and I'm going to show you hopefully we won't move. Okay, this is the Heteroscodra maculatum. Now you see how the abdomen is kind of just like hanging there? People have asked this question before, and this is what I've come up with as far as stuff that I've read and things that people have said, that they get in such a relaxed state that they relax the muscles there, that, I guess you call them muscles, that would hold the abdomen up, and it kind of just like droops while they're hanging on the side. So you think of it like they're sleeping, and they kind of just relax so much that that thing just kind of hangs and droops there. Nothing wrong with the spider at all. It just happens. They do it. I'm assuming, I didn't look at her today, that she's probably in the cork bark. This is the Sednoctimus brachyrimosa that I rehoused yesterday. I don't see her down in that little area right there where she was, so I'm going to say she's probably in the cork bark hiding, which is good. That's what we wanted. Okay, so little ensays, two of them that are left. They're both doing well. I think those two are going to hang on and be okay. They also want to move that guy. This is the Opisthothalamus Wildbergy scorpion. I want to move that into something a little bit bigger to give it something more structured to dig in. I see Dora polycuspilitis in there somewhere. This one hasn't eaten in a while. And this one here, I hope, is doing okay. Let's take a look. We can look. Now we'll bring her down so you can look. Maybe. It's hard to open up these containers with one hand. So I'm going to pause you for a second. Maybe. Okay, so this is the avicularia. It molted like 3 days ago. I didn't know it was molting because it's eaten like one time since last time it molted. So it molted and it wasn't looking very well. So I kind of saturated the webbing with water, and it dove right into it and was drinking like crazy. It seems to be okay now. You can see how pink the toes are. The abdomen's really tiny though, so we're going to have to get a meal into it soon. I looked at this morning, looks like the fangs were black, so I think we're going to be okay to feed it. I'm going to try something small, a small mealworm or something, or maybe I got some small mealworms and some small, I have a Kelsey worm, maybe that'll work. So yeah, we'll try and get this one fed. But okay, so again, I'm going to get these new ones out. We'll get them out of the container that they're shipped in and back into the container that they're in, so that we can put the spiders here on the thing and you guys can see them, and then I'll start getting enclosures set up. We'll do our best to focus on these little buggers. Maybe not. There we go. Lasiodora klugi. I don't think it's quite 1 inch, but close to it. A very slender spider. There is the Brachypelma auratum, the Mexican flame knee. So this is the Bahia scarlet bird eater. Really stoked about this one. This one's you don't see it. They're not as rare as people make them out to be, but they're not as common either. You don't see them in too many collections. Here is the Brachypelma kallenbergi. I'm not quite sure what the common name is. The New Mexican tarantula. No, that's not the name of it. I have to look up the common name for the Brachypelma kallenbergi. I can't remember. It's not the smoky gray, is it? That's the verdezi, right? The Mexican smoky gray. This has got to be some kind of red rump tarantula. It has to be kallenbergi. Anyway, I'll look it up. I'm sure some of you already know. And here is the Homoeoma species blue. Looks like we're approaching a molt. You can see the darkening. See the brown, dark brown underneath. The darker coloring on top is probably still some of the setae, but we're definitely getting close to molting. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put these for. If I want to go ahead and matchbox car them, or matchbox car display case is probably where they're going to go. So that's those four. And here are the two. Oop, yeah, you have an empty vial right there. He's right there. This is the male. Did a little kicking. You can see on the sides there. I can't make it focus yet. Hang on. So that's the male. There's the female. They're not big enough to go into those yet. They're just not. They're too small. That's just too much room for me to deal with. So she, Lasiodora parahybana baby, is going to go in there. And I think the Grammostola pulchrites is going to go in there as well. And then we'll use these the two containers that are left over from here, these systemas for these two. I need to keep her warm as best I can and feed her up and cool him down a little bit. I don't think that's going to be an issue keeping him cool enough over the winter, and I will move her to a warmer place in the winter. But for now, they'll probably both be right up there where they are. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm going to do a video where I do a lot of talking. Yeah, like I don't do that all the time, right? On a topic that I posed a question on one of the Facebook groups yesterday. I got some interesting comments back, and I'd like to explain, my position on that, because I didn't really do it on that forum. I was just kind of asking questions and then trying to delve into people's minds a little bit to see what they're thinking, instead of just giving me a, random answer without any kind of understanding and knowledge of why they're answering that way. I wanted to know why and what made them believe what they believed. The topic that I'm going to cover is, what do you consider thriving for a spider that you're keeping? in captivity? What is your definition of thriving? So I'm going to try and do that with my daughter. I want to try and get, like, I'll bring up the definition of thrive and have that on the video, and then, talk a little bit. Hopefully we'll have somebody that's active that we can film. We'll try and feed somebody, and then we'll just kind of key on them eating while I'm talking. So I can explain what I think. And I'm going to use my Fearnottarantulas marinus as an example, because I think that's the easiest one for me to explain my positioning on. And it's going to go against the grain of some people's thoughts and beliefs on how to keep spiders, tarantulas, and it's going to pull in some of the people that are kind of shied away from showing pictures of their stuff on groups because they're so afraid to get ridiculed and hammered and demeaned by people on the Facebook groups. So we'll get into that a little bit more. I want to get these guys housed. I got to make some holes into some plastic containers here to get the pulchrites and the parahypana moved in, and then clean the enclosures that they were in to get these two in. I don't want them to stay in these vials any longer than they need to. Yeah, they're a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be, but that's okay. So it'll probably be a couple years before they're big enough to mate, but that's good because then I can try. I got a year to hold him back. That's what I'd like. I'd like to be able to hold him back for a year or two to get her to the size that we need to get her. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and that's push her to eat and try to push her through a molt or two so she gets a little ahead of him. This isn't anything that I would normally on a normal basis do. When you first get into keeping spiders without the knowledge, a lot of people do it. You just feed the living crap out of your spiders because it's cool to watch until you realize that you're really shortening their lifespans. But with a female, that you have a male that are roughly the same size, and you want to be able to mate them. And these aren't a tarantula that you see very often in the hobby. I don't even know if I told you what they are yet. I don't think I did I? So, female, male, here, male. These are Pamphobedius pedersi, or I think they're Peru, right? I think these are from Peru. The black fire. So they are like a black, not necessarily like a Vagans necessarily. They do have, the red rump. They're a little bit, of course, they're a lot bigger. You're looking at an 8 to 10 inch, possibly, female spider. Same with the Lasiodora klugi. Get big, very, very big. But, yeah, so I want to try, I'd like to make these. I'd like to breed these. And we'll have to see how it goes over the course of the next year and a half to 2 years. It's, we need to get her moving is what we need to do. So we need to get her kept at a nice, steady, warm temperature, feed her a lot. She'll be fed every week for a while. I will feed her something decent sized every week, and I will feed him every 1 to 3 or every 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe even hold back and do once a month feedings with him. Now they both just molted recently. You can see she molted on the 25th of October, and he molted on the 23rd of October. So they were 2 days apart. They're roughly the same size. I think he's just a tad bit smaller than she is. Not much, but a tad bit. If it is, it's only about 1/4 of an inch. So I need to work on getting some enclosures put together so I can get everybody into their respective homes. And then I will put another video up of them in their homes, possibly trying to feed actually both of them I don't think I'll feed the little ones because it looks like 2 of them are primo and the Brachypelma auratum is very, very plump. The only one that possibly would eat would be the Kluge, and we'll give it a shot. So I excuse me, I have to figure out exactly what I want to put them in. So I'm going to check out, and we'll see you guys relatively soon, sometime later tonight. And if I don't get the video uploaded tonight, it'll be uploaded tomorrow with the pictures of the enclosures and the spiders in their new respective homes. So we will talk to everybody soon, and have a great day.